Hi everybody, so today I'm going to show you guys how to make these twice baked really cheesy potatoes. First of all, you want to select your potatoes. I recommend using baking potatoes for this. They really hold up well, especially with the amount of cheese we're going to put on them. They look like this. I'm going to grab about 4 of them. Preheat my oven to 400 degrees, and as that's happening, I'm gonna scrub these because potatoes can be very dirty and we do not want that. Then I'm gonna place them on a baking sheet, and I'm gonna grab some vegetable oil, fold up a napkin, put some of the vegetable oil on them, and rub the potatoes. I find this is easier than just pouring it over top of the potatoes because then you can fully coat them without drenching them in oil. This is a trick that I learned early on in cooking, and it also helps save oil. Then just position them onto that pan and then place them in the oven for about an hour. As the potatoes are baking away, I'm going to fry up my bacon. Choose any bacon you wish. I'm choosing this kind, and I'm going to fry up about 6 slices, give or take however much you want in your filling. I would suggest about 5 to 6 slices. Once that's cooked, I'm going to let it dry on a paper towel to soak up any of the extra grease. Once it is slightly cooled and easy to handle with, I'm going to cut this up into little bite-sized pieces. You're basically wanting about a cup of this, but like I said, if you wanted more bacony or less bacony, you can give or take. Throw that into a bowl, and then we are going to use sour cream. We're gonna do about a cup of this as well, but not quite. I like to top it off with some Miracle Whip or mayonnaise. I know they're different things, but that's just what I personally like to do to top up the cup of the sour cream. It makes it more creamy. Put that right into the mixture as well, and then next I'm gonna take a stick of butter. I like to use salted butter for this. Gives it a really nice flavor. I like to cut them up into pats like this and throw them right into there, so when the hot potatoes go in there, the butter can melt easily, and it doesn't hurt to add a little bit of the bacon grease as well in there. Next, you're gonna take a cup of any milk you want. I'm gonna take half and half, and we're gonna keep that off to the side until the potatoes are cooked. We're just gonna keep it off to the side because we might not use it all. And then we're gonna grab some cheese, any kind you like. I'm using double cheddar, also a cup of that. Keep it off to the side, don't add it to the mixture. Now, out of the 6 slices of bacon that I cooked, I left 1 off to the side, and I'm gonna cut that up for a topping on top of the potatoes. So I'm gonna go put that in slices rather than in dices that I did for inside the mixture, as well as some green onions I'm gonna cut for the tops of the potatoes as well. Next, my potatoes are ready. It has been an hour. Take those out, and then I'm gonna drop my oven temperature down to 350 degrees. Now comes the fun part. So when the potatoes are cooled down enough that you can touch them and work with them, but not cooled down completely, you're gonna slice them in half like this, and you're gonna scoop out the mixture ever so slightly so that the potato shell can still retain its shape, but there's enough potato in there that it still holds up, if you guys know what I mean. So kind of something like this. You can leave a lot of potato in there, less potato, and then just put that into your mixture and the butter will start melting. So once you're done, you have them looking like this, and a spoon works really well for this because it's pretty much the shape of that shell. And go ahead and stir everything around, and then we're gonna add our cheese. Stir that around, and you see it's looking really good. I saw that it needed a little bit more butter. This is all just kind of like playing it by ear. And then you're gonna add your cream or milk. It's gonna look like slop at this point, but remember, it's going to be baked. A good tip for this is that you can always add more. You can't take away, so maybe add a little bit of milk here and there, stir it around, and then see how it looks. Next, I'm gonna add the green onions, but not all of them because I wanna top them at the end as well. If it is looking a little sloppy, you can add some more cheese for some thickening. And then of course, we're gonna add some salt and pepper in here as well. And then grab our baking sheet again. This time I'm gonna line it because they're gonna be very, very cheesy and falling over the place, and we do not want to mess. Spray that with some cooking spray, and then I'm gonna line up the shells as you guys can see here, and then fill the potatoes with that mixture. Now this is your discretion. You could just do like 1 scoop each. You could overfill these. I think I overfilled these and made them way too cheesy, but they were really good. Next, I'm gonna top them with a different kind of cheese. I'm using this blend, and then as well, I'm gonna put on some bacon and then some green onions on top of that. You can add whatever you want on top of this too, salt and pepper if you want. Place them back into the oven, and these will need about 15 to 20 minutes, and this is how they look when they come out. These are so yummy, decadent, really good to pair with sour cream next to them. Dunk them in there, eat them on their own with a nice piece of chicken by the side. They are so good and ooey gooey. I love these so much. These are definitely a cheat food with lots of carbs. And I top them with a little bit more of some green onions, and there you go. You have some really ooey gooey, cheesy, twice baked potatoes. So if you guys try these, let me know, and thank you guys so much for watching.